People say that you are the sum of the 5 people you hang out with the most. I'd like to change that to you are the sum of all the habits that you practice the most. Let me explain. We all know that there are good habits and there are bad habits. Good habits, for example, are like getting up in the morning, going to the gym before you go to work, or going for a walk after you come home from work, eating healthily, brushing your teeth morning and night, having a juice regularly, practicing mindfulness, yoga, meditation, journaling, all that kind of good stuff. And then we know that there is really bad stuff. For example, getting up first thing in the morning, having a cigarette, drinking 10 coffees, eating fast food regularly, not exercising, not looking after yourself, drinking too much alcohol, all that stuff. We know all about that stuff. But there's another category. This is where the gray area is, but however, this is where I believe the magic happens. There are a lot of habits that we get into, that we practice every day, which are kind of neutral. They're not particularly positive, but they're not super negative, at least not in the short term. And here lies the problem. These relatively neutral habits, if we don't become aware of what they can potentially do in the long term, they can easily drift into negative habits. I'm talking about stuff like getting up, leaving the bed unmade. I'm talking about leaving the dishes in the sink to do another day, having dirty laundry everywhere, or in fact, clean laundry everywhere. Immediately, they don't seem like a big deal because I can make my bed tomorrow. I can do the dishes later. I can put the washing on later. I can tidy up the washing later. Look, you're not going to die if the bed's not made. And even with some of the positive habits, you look at it like, I'm not going to die if I don't go to the gym today. I'm not going to die if I don't eat well today. I'm not going to die if I don't journal. I'm not going to die if I don't brush my teeth. My teeth aren't going to fall out if I just don't bother brushing my teeth one night. But the problem lies in the fact that the human brain creates habits. It takes roughly 21 days to create a habit, as we all know, probably 2 or 3 times longer than that for the habit to actually stick. So say 2 or 3 months, being generous, everything you do becomes an automatic process. The decision for you is whether you make all your automatic processes the good stuff, the bad stuff, or this kind of neutral stuff, which ultimately could become potentially the bad stuff. So let me quickly explain what I mean by this. Like I said, stuff like not making your bed, not doing the dishes straight after dinner, leaving your dirty washing everywhere, none of this is life-changing, none of this is life-threatening. Nothing's going to happen if you leave your bed a mess. Nothing's going to happen if you leave dirty dishes everywhere. Nothing's going to happen, in the short term at least, if your house is in complete shambles. But what does it tell you in here? It tells you that it's okay just to leave stuff everywhere. It tells you it's okay not to complete anything. It tells you it's okay to live in mediocrity. It tells you it's okay to live in a messy environment. Do you know what? Have you ever come home and the house is a complete pigsty and you just can't relax? You can't feel comfortable because there's shit everywhere. This is exactly what I'm talking about. How comfortable will you feel if you get home and there's dishes all over the place? Yes, in short term it's easy. There's more plates in the cupboard, just grab them out, just chuck them on the sink and I'll do them tomorrow. But how good are you going to feel about yourself? And this is what it's all about. It's how good are you going to feel about what you're doing if everything is okay, mediocre, don't give a shit, everything is good enough. I'm not going to aim for perfection. I'm going to aim for anything. And you just plod through life. Everything is okay. Everything is average. What sort of messages are you sending to your brain and sending to your self-esteem that this is the best I can be? You're not going to be super obese, but you're not going to be healthy. You're not going to be fit. Your house is not going to fall down, but I'm okay to live in a mess. I'm not going to work on my physical, emotional, spiritual health. I'm just going to keep plodding along. That is the worst message to send. That's what happens if you live in this no man's land between positive habits and negative habits. You get into this whole self-esteem thing where you start telling yourself that you don't deserve better. And that is your problem. So let me just give you this take-home message with this very brief video, is that positive habits will look after themselves. If you can manage to maintain those positive habits, your life will infinitely get better. And you know the bad habits, you know you get rid of them, but it's the middle ground. It's the ones which cause the most trouble because it's easy. They make life easy in the short term, but we all know life isn't meant to be easy. So anything that you do that is easy is never going to fulfill you in the future. So work on those middle things, work on making yourself neat and tidy, not only around the home, but just make yourself neat and tidy mentally as well and physically, and your life will be so much better. Thank you for watching, guys. It's starting to rain, so I have to go inside, but if you like my videos, remember to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time in another video. Bye.